Wait, this guy can't have an opinion on Olaf Presents. He didn't even watch Frozen until last week. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Or an outrage, whatever you want to make of it. But I do have an opinion on this Olaf Presents thing, because it kind of reminds me of Forky Asks a Question, if you remember that. But better, a bit better. Hi fellow Disney Plus watchers, this is Thoughts After a Disney Plus Watch, and I'm glad you're watching the channel that's all about Disney Plus movies and TV shows. Fair warning, there's not really anything to spoil really for a show in this format, but if you haven't seen it and want to go in absolutely blind, then you've been warned. Oh, and by the way, before I move on, I recently opened a merchandise store for the people who might be interested, and there's a one-time special offer. You can get sweaters, t-shirts, mugs, and more now for 15% off. This offer only lasts for 7 days, so take your chance if the stuff you're seeing here interests you at all. Now let's get back on topic. So these short films are about Olaf retelling classic Disney stories like The Lion King, Aladdin, and Moana, for example. These were really short, like 3 minutes or less, but they are pretty self-aware and quite funny if you have the movies in fairly fresh memory. I mean, Olaf rushes through the beats of these movies and plays every character, so once in a while I was like, wait, what, how was that, and I had to press pause and think about what plot beat from the movie was just told in like half a sentence or a quote. I mean, it's a whole feature-length plot in a reenactment from a few minutes. So sometimes I felt like it was a little too frantic to follow everything along, but I sure had a few laughs. I mean, the chicken from Moana, I mean, Josh Gad's impersonation as Olaf was hilarious. Mufasa's death was explained in a really funny way, and then he made it to safety, and then his brother took his hands and clawed at him, and then he didn't die quite yet. He fell a very long distance, and then he died. I mean, I love how self-aware these short films can be. But now on why this reminded me so much of something like Forky Asks a Question. It's what I would call a budget idea. It's all in one location, in this case one background. So the only thing Disney Animation needed here is to restart the computers, reanimate some characters into different situations, animate a few new objects, and boom. With some spare money, there's a new product you can now sell to the streaming service. I know there's way more to it than that, but yeah. The one thing that is a bit underwhelming for Olaf Presents is how clearly it is a budget idea, how it's all in one background, two characters, Olaf and Sven. The animation quality is great, by the way, that's not the thing, but that's just something that immediately stood out to me. But yeah, especially if you have the classics Aladdin, Lion King, Moana, Tangled, and The Little Mermaid in fresh memory, Olaf Presents is really enjoyable, because in a roleplay kind of way, all these stories are quickly and ironically presented to us, and you know, ultimately, I liked it, and I think it's worth watching if you have 15 minutes to spare. I mean, you had 5 minutes to watch this video, right? So you could have been watching... I'm thinking about wrapping this up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm curious, what did you think of Olaf Presents? Be sure to let me know in the comment section. Don't forget, if you enjoy the idea of discussing Disney Plus content with us, that red button looks familiar, right? Did you like this video? Then be sure to consider giving that a click. Thanks. For now, have a wonderful day and see ya.